Ну, писец. Че, есть кто хозяева? А, мы тут были. Это... Тот самый нищебродский дом с российской глубинки. Да. Эти сратые крики. Оп. И мы у себя в кабинете. Ну возьми воду, неужели тут нигде нет воды? Блин, ну... Тут ингредиенты. Ёп, только кадеин, ну что такое-то? Тартрат железа. А я думал, я с ведьмаком только химиком буду становиться. Свонси. Ты что, меня по запаху почувствовал? Ингредиентов очень не хватает, начальника. Ёбнутый, можем помочь? Простите за мат, простите.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed.
I'll leave you. Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
О, мы кое-что о нем знаем.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion...
Посмотрите на его лицо, а он не вампир ли сам?
I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded.
Причем он явно более сытый, чем мы.
Science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Расскажи о себе.
Something about yourself.
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
Понимаете, надо расспрашивать, иначе, ну, можем не узнать какого-то секрета о другом. К сожалению, мне тоже кажется это, ну, немного нудным.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, You may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
О нашей шикарной больнице.
Work with Dr. Swansea, but with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Ну, я всегда рад помочь.
In particular.
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
И все? О,
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
вы должны быть беспристрастны, расскажите мне историю. Да, вот я думаю, в истории мы что-нибудь новенькое почерпнем.
The first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Так и знал.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Все, давай,
Goodbye,
пока.
Dr. Strickland.
Уже утомил. А, так я ж тебе вообще помочь хотел,
Good
погодь.
evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am here to assist you, not to be a burden.
Вампир.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
100%.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Здоровье в
Do you
порядке.
need my assistance?
Not at all. I'm sure that you are used to gaining people's trust with your impressive skills. Well, it will not be the case with me.
Да иди ты нахер тогда. О,
Tell me, Waverley, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I really hope you're right about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Давай, злой ты. Не хочу с тобой разговаривать.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Во, кстати, с этому можно было чем-то помочь. Я прерву ваш никчемный разговор бесполезный.
Any news about my operation?
Is there anything else that's bothering you?
Да он же больной, конечно, его что-то беспокоит.
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick, unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, doctor.
Каких детей? Давай еще расскажи.
The death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying.
А вообще диалоги тут не длинные, да? То есть...
Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Сочувствую. Не стоит говорить, что типа многие погибли под бомбами. Но это и так понятно, бомбы для этого и создаются. Ну, вариантов все равно не особо много. Вариативность, друзья.
Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Хочешь, я тебя съем, и тебя не будет больше ничего гложить? Мадам, по-моему, вам что-то было нужно.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Чё, Гарри Поттер?
Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Во, переутомление. Давай я тебе помогу.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Тебя мама богатая, денежку мне даст.
Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Ну-ка, может быть, он на маме ничего не скажет, а мы его потом прошантажируем.
I don't want to talk, doctor.
Козёл. О.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Мальчик тряпка. Какой ужас, блин, мерзость. Фу, блин. Зачем спрашивать, сильно у него болит горло? Понятное дело, жопа у него с горлом вообще. ите, чтобы развить навы. Прекрасная локализация, просто прекрасная. Обожаю. Ах ты, сука. Я тоже хочу. Ну-ка, подвинься. Ах ты, двуличная мразь рыжая.
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter, his cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway,
Ой, да
I have
хорош.
concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my
Такая,
agitated
ой,
state.
простите. Я не хотел, чтобы кто-то видел, как я кушаю.
The case is closed, your ladyship.
Ни у кого есть знакомая там девушка, которая ест, ну там,
Seen the error of her ways.
очень неаккуратно, скажем, мягко.
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you
50
have an
монеток.
inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Поехали.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
А мне кто не даст умирающих
What do
кровь
you
попить?
know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Сколько ж тебе
I
лет?
know this is beyond.
Делаю ставку на 300.
May I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Ну скажи, ну я же сделал
And who
ставку.
bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then.
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Ведьмака может поиграть.
I've
Там
been
тоже
away
много
from
про
London
вампиров говорили.
for 3 years.
Особенно в третьем.
This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Ну, не считая скалей.
Mortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Ну, такая себе на самом деле
When
информация.
I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
То есть я вампир? Спустя столько времени он хочет спросить... Давай, давай.
Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons.
Сейчас у меня тоже много чего в голове поменялось.
Identifiers amongst other vampires.
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Не, ну глупо, они точно мне создала. Все,
I
хорош.
bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Так, сейчас с Бро пообщаюсь.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Ну так, по
I'd like to
чуть-чуть.
see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Дробовик Милтона. 296. Я могу продать ему старую дубинку куда-то. Так, стопэ. А у этого 160 урон. Блин. Что-то реально я захотел
Good
купить
evening.
его.
Good evening.
Давай, давай быстрее.
Wise choice.
Денег-то мне не хватает. Ингредиентов у него не густо. Это что такое? Это свинцовое грудило. А есть это, что тебе посоветуют?
Good evening, Doctor.
Может тебе помочь можно? Ты скидочку мне дашь?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Да любовь.
Tired of all this
Пипа
shit.
устала.
Tired of all this.
Это звучит.
She's as depressed as I am.
Ну, в смысле, если Пипу не как имя воспринимать.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
Ну вот и все.
Goodbye, Mill. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Не, ничего, давай.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Блин, ну старый, 100% чем-нибудь
Good
помочь
evening, Dr.
надо.
Doctor,
Нет, здоров,
Goodbye,
представляете?
Dr. Tippett.
Вампир слишком здоровый.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Что, пообещаем? Да, давайте.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Да нахер надо было из этого старика идти на риск. Ну, может быть, какие-нибудь преференции будут, ништяк какой-нибудь дадут. Ой, да бабка, да хорош. Шантажировать его уже не получится. Блять, просрал. Зато опиум получил. Ты уже тут. Почем стоишь, красавица? Мне нужно исследовать образец крови. Да вообще нормальная больница. Чё ее называют хреновой? Посмотрите. У нас до сих пор 90% больниц хуже в стране. И сыворотка выносливости из этого получается. Все.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Надо прокачаться. Запас крови надо обязательно увеличивать. Даже вот так вот. Объем крови, поглощающий при укусе бьет. Тоже желательно улучшить. Вот даже вот так вот, да. И 3 сыворотки будем носить. Так как я очень люблю вот это вот. Бля. Ну ладно. В следующий раз, а пока можно и подкопить. А можно и улучшить здоровье. И выносливость. А, ну я же могу с другой стороны все отменить. Да не. Это тут вообще без прокачки не вариант. Исчезновение в Уайтчепеле. За последние несколько недель без вести пропали десятки людей. Свидетели выстраиваются в очередь, чтобы сообщить полиции о таинственных исчезновениях. Подобное происходит по всей стране, но последние 24 часа подавляющее большинство обращений поступило в участок одного района лондонского Уайтчепела. Презираемый и ненавидимый всеми Ист-Энд вновь оставлен на произвол судьбы. Несмотря на показательное бездействие властей, многочисленные местные жители все же доложили в ближайший полицейский участок о необъяснимых исчезновениях своих родственников и соседей. Что случилось со всеми пропавшими? Где они? Единственное, что их связывает, тяжелое состояние здоровья и нужда в медицинской помощи. До недавнего времени местные получали в секретной амбулатории, которую держали неизвестные добрые самаритяне. Теперь же она закрылась, а ее хозяева давно не дают о себе знать. Нашли ли исчезнувшие другую, более тщательную скрытую лечебницу? Может быть, их тайно перевезли в официальную больницу? Рано или поздно комитету здравоохранения и представителю лондонского графства придется ответить на эти вопросы. Не думаю, что кто-то будет отвечать. Особенно столба. Это то, о чем пресса, торговцы. Цены на товар у торговцев этого района могли измениться. В худшую или в лучшую сторону? Я думаю, если бы я, схавал вот этого, вот у него бы что-то поменялось с ценами. Она пропала? Надо ее поискать. Глава 3. История одной семьи. Причины и следствия. Узнать больше об эпидемии вампиризма. Тут вообще довольно быстро, кстати, восстанавливается лут. И это радует. Так, слабая сыворотка регенерации, сыворотка крови. Это наверх, вниз. Ага, ну зашибись. На самом деле, я перегибал палку, когда говорил, то, что очень сложно прям играть, не жирая никого. Потому что, ну, в целом не обламываешься. И вот я уже 12 уровня.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
Well, this is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes.
Есть.
Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibility.
Ты чё, урод, на мне опыты решил ставить?
And why not? What did Stoker say about the children of the night? Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
А ведь мы же ее убили. Надо сходить на ее похороны, наверное. Хотя, к чему это?
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Please do so.
Do you know anything?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Priwen. Zealots to the last man.
Where did they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention, but they concluded vampires were a scourge.
They're definitely well organized and equipped.
They're extremely dangerous and not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
Сообщник.
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable woman.
She was blackmailing Lady Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
So you manage a hospital financed by a vampire?
Yes, Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
A convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply of blood on hand, day and night, don't you think?
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the lady's exemplary moral fiber.
If I may inquire, how did you meet her?
Не, ну вообще, почему нет? Если человек уже при смерти, какая ему разница, выпьет его кровь или нет? Если его уже ничего не спасет. И если она сможет помочь более здоровым людям, да, или тем, кому можно помочь. Все хрень, и очень тяжелый моральный вопрос.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Ну-ка, вы мне теперь легче будете даваться? Да, ни хрена. Пока тот не очухался, придется себя добить. Да что ж вы за уроды, юркие? Быстрее, быстрее, восстанавливайся, давай. Да-да. Алюминиевый осколок. Вот и все. А ты боялся. Ты даже ничего не почувствовал. Расслабленным шагом. Придется тебя немножко покусать. Да камон, игра! Блин, у нас жутко неповоротливый персонаж. Мне кажется, среди вампиров мы лохи. Кладбище. А, я не знаю, хватит ли мне сил всех этих уделать, уродов. Потому что в прошлый раз я тут настрадался. Блять, походу сейчас тоже буду страдать. А я рассчитывал, что по двоим попаду. Ты же добрый, да, на самом деле? Ублюдки, 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 ублюдки наступают. Скали, блин. Вы, твари низшие, как вы вообще смеете нападать на высших вампиров? Ну или на Иким, ладно, похеру. Вообще неприятно, да, когда тебя такое говно уделывает одно? Раствор гидрохлорида натрия. Ну, кстати, и выпадать стало с врагов больше. Мы явно растем. Слабая сыроватка, регенерация. Ну, естественно, чтобы дойти до похорон сестры, нам нужно пройти через абсолютно все кладбище. Конечно, конечно. Блестело что-то. Ладно. Не, ну ладно-то я, естественно, пройду, да? Я не человек.
I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Ну вот, норм в кустиках постояли бы.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Да, нас очень не видно. Прям сама незаметность. Она сейчас хренак так и восстала. Потому что он ее укусил. И превратилась в скале.
What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones, cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Я же доктор, теперь еще и вампир. Как я могу быть
I'm not a
религиозен?
religious man. You should know that.
This is not about you forgiving yourself. This is for her. This is you telling Mary how sorry you are.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Вампир. В церковь. Не кажется это, ну, странным, да? То есть мы на кладбище, тут вроде как абсолютно цивильно сейчас хоронили человека. И, короче, тут бах, и жмур лежит просто в канаве. Больно же. Вкусно. Не нравится? Блин, крепкий сукин сын. А вас не бесит, когда вот, блин, бьешь козла, а у него остается вот прям вот вообще, как будто бы ни хрена здоровья, но он все еще жив, и тебе приходится наносить удар, а ты еще перед этим ударом нанесенным получаешь от него удар. Это вдвойне обидно. Вдвойне обидно, зритель. Еще один вампир.
You reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin. Forget your old weaker self. What do you want from me? Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
Неандерталец длиннорукий.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury. These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Что за кипиш? Кто там дерется? Ёб твою мать, они... Ух, ёпта, ни хрена себе, преподобный Кейн, ты чё? Ты чё, брат, я ж тебя спас. Ты чё? Я не могу его кусать. Я в жопе, я не могу укусить эту суку. Он читер. Это джедай-читер. Слышь, Гендальф, завязывай. Кстати, да, действительно, на Гендальфа махи. Я не могу, нет сил, нет сил. Крыску, дайте крыску. А, нет, могу. Ну как тебе? Чё, преподобный, теперь ты тоже станешь вампиром, представляешь? Вот и все.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
А посох стоит и светится. Походу и с такими Гендальфами придется драться. А лута с них нет. Тут один гондон, да, был? Мне как раз надо запас крови восстановить. Бум, да. И мы опять в Уайтчепеле. Наша немногословная подружка тут. И вот мы, вампир, заходим в церковь.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel.
А это удобно носить такие полуочки? Можешь не начать такие носить?
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Ну что, поверим? Давайте поверим.
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl What happened to
Так шаблонно отвечает. Это был несчастный
It was
случай.
an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere.
Что-то он даже не
Go in
поморщился.
peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
А жизнь у меня будет длинная. Аж подгрузка случилась.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Ну ты как? Сась, у тебя все в порядке?
Doctor, can I help you?
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in Whitechapel. Someone should do something about it, but no one cares.
Goodbye, Mr. Darling.
Ну да, мне тоже кажется, что она не помогала. Она... Шлюха?
Don't be shy, handsome.
Да.
What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for...
Кристина Дуфаю.
But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
А вы когда на машине возле шлюх едете, вы им не гудите? Там на трассах? Я гужу.
Nobody has seen them since. I worry about them in case bad things happen.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Чё ты такая?
What is skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Ну, это же
Christina, have you been
классно.
examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Давайте побудем снобом.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Тоже верно.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs
Это
because
стало
of where I am
истинным
from. I had few options.
индивидуальным предпринимателем. Ну а чё?
People must deal with poverty, but not all choose to sell.
Я думаю, он ошибается. Все торгуют собой, так или иначе.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you were going to eat?
Так, больше ничего нового. Все.
Goodbye.
Давай, хорошей работы.
Take care of yourself as best you can.
Ну-ка. У чокнутого можно что-нибудь спросить?
Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Все, нечего у него спрашивать. Давай, оставайся один в своем безумии. Ой. Ёптать. Я предлагаю бежать. Один бежит. Иди ко мне, мой сладенький. Не, реально их научили, ну, он сражается как Гендальф, даже Маша также. То есть разработчики игры не сильно заморочились. Он потерял ко мне интерес. Не нравится? На, словил. Давайте, я запас кровушки восполню и добью тебя. А, зашибись. Но лута опять нет. Да господи, теперь везде, слышите, теперь везде эти, ну, Гендальфы, короче. Сейчас надо, кстати, посмотреть. Вот сейчас вот у меня 570 опыта, да? Сколько мне дадут? Блин, он уже тут. Слышь? Читер. Да, господи, ну... Пиздец.